Bumping heads, everybody. That's Victor Allen's New Sports. His own unique fan-based view of sports. Written, directed by Victor Allen. New Sports is a recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show, and it's brought to you by the bald-headed black man, the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Here's Victor!
That's a lot of yelling, dude. That's a lot of yelling.
Man, get that estrogen, man.
That's a lot, man.
You know, it's cool.
All right. Well, at least I don't have to give the update, you guys, on the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. That was a clean smackdown handed to the Grizz. Warriors just tore up that booty. I'm sorry. It's done. So I can't even give you an update that's worthy of it. It wasn't even a close game.
Did they do anything that was illegal in Louisiana and some other states?
They could have been in a worse place right now. I'm not going to even go there. Hey, welcome to New Sports. You know how we do it. We're keeping it real. Life wrapped around sports and sports wrapped around life. And even if it's not, somewhere and somehow you hear about the sports. And I got to follow the pathway of the trend that's going on today if you don't know any better. Tom Brady, for the most part, probably overhyped in this situation. But, hey, we got to report it, or we got to talk about it, or we got to say, hey, we have gone through anything like this in our employment career or professional career. And I'm trying to figure out. Now, I think I already know. I already got it. Here's the setup. I'm going to ask Mario, but I'm going to tell you what the setup is. Here's my title. Tom Brady, Deflategate versus Super Bowl is worth the air. That's it. In other words, if the trade-off is you get a little air out of me and it's a $1 million fine for the Patriot organization, I lose 4 games, I got a 4th Super Bowl. It's worth the air. Mario, do you think they over-penalized Tom, or this is sending a message because they got to play it up, and $1 million between you and I to an owner is like going out to lunch, right?
That's the issue. It's amazing because I went to the Twitter sphere and in the social media world, and the range of opinions is kind of all over the place, even though I would say more of the people seem to think that he was over-penalized. And I don't agree. I thought I personally, see, here's my thing. I tell people, what if, typically when you cheat in a game, you forfeit the game. So if you were to do what has always been when I was coming up, you cheat in a game, you caught cheating in any game, you lose. You forfeit, you lose.
Right.
So that would mean you would have to go back to every game that you think that the Patriots did stuff, and there's probably email proof, or at least discussions in the emails. And then you would have to forfeit every one of those games that they cheated in, including the Super Bowl, because it has nothing to do with how it affects the game. Like in other sports, in golf or anything, it's the fact that you cheated. The fact that you cheated means you forfeit the game.
Right.
In every other sport that I know of, on every level, on every level, when you're caught cheating, they don't like that. If you win the game 10-2, and they catch you cheating, they don't say, "Well, you win 4-2."
Right.
Okay. No. You forfeit the game. So to me, if you were to do it like by the rules that I know, then you would have to go back and make some attempt to find out every game that he did it and forfeit every one of those games. And then, but of course, they're not willing to do that because that would be true justice. So my thing was that because he's probably been doing it for his whole career, I thought they should have made him take it. They suspended the other people for conspiring for a hit. Do you remember what they did to the New Orleans Saints? Mm-hmm. So they suspended him for a whole season. He should be out for a season. Okay. They should have suspended him and the coach.
Has there ever
Belichick both for a whole season?
Has there ever been an instant that you can recall of that a Super Bowl has been taken away from a team?
No, that's why they won't do it.
So this is what
every other sport, like I said. Right. So the whole thing is that it's bullshit.
Wait a minute.
All bullshit.
Wait a minute. I gotta. Hey, you guys. I gotta talk about life. I'm leading up to life, but I had to go here because I believe, first of all, that I'm going to look at it this way. And I know I didn't do the lead in for all the other topics I'm going to talk about today, but I just wanted to go straight to this because it's the trending topic. And of course, they suffer, Patriots suffered through a first round forfeiture on 2016 and 2017, the fourth round. Now, that's no big deal.
How they pick that? Now, why a fourth round?
Okay.
See, I don't understand. I can understand the first round. Why skip second and third?
Well, but
just jump to fourth.
Right. They do have degrees of rounds depending on the severity of the penalty. And you and I are saying the same thing.
That's unpublished that nobody knows.
Right, nobody knows.
They say they have, but since they've never done it, I don't believe they have.
Right. Now, it's still
I think they're making it up as they go.
Now, the part I like about this is that, let me just say this because I'm going to put it on me and I'm going to put it on you. If you know you have a decided advantage and you can push the envelope, and the trade-off is that if you don't get to the Super Bowl and you don't win it, you lose nothing. You're still going to be penalized. But if it gives you an advantage to win the Super Bowl and you say, you know what, if they get me, they got to chase me, but they're not going to take the Super Bowl away from me, is it worth the risk?
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, it depends where you can see. To me, I didn't play that way.
Wait a minute.
I didn't play that way. See, I didn't want to win that bad. I didn't want to win that bad.
Okay.
See, what's amazing to me about this whole thing is that look who's doing it. This is what always would amaze me because I knew people like this. They're already excellent and talented, but that's not enough. That's not enough. It's like people I know, they're already rich, but it's not enough no matter what. So even though he's already a top quarterback on a top team with a top coach, that's not enough.
They
still got to cheat. That's a character issue.
I got a better analogy for you.
Full of shit.
Wait a minute. I got a better analogy for you because we're talking about life here. Who do you admire more, Tom Brady or Hugh Hefner?
Oh, Hugh Hefner.
You think
he was honest?
Oh, no.
Tom Brady's a fake.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Greatness.
Wait a minute.
Fame greatness. You're just a cheater. You don't even have to do it. That's what makes it so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary. It's like, you know what it's like, Vic?
What?
It's like Nixon and Watergate.
I understand.
In an election, he was going to kill the other guy.
Yes,
just
I understand.
Massacre him. He still had the bug. Just couldn't just go on and win and kick ass.
Now wait a minute.
They had to kick ass and spy so they can grind you to a pulp.
Now let me do this. I'm gonna say this, you guys, because Mario is kind of. Now I'm not gonna say he's projecting the total populace and the social media as it relates to the penalties that Tom should get, or do the Patriot Nation feel they've been bamboozled? I think they do. They're going, okay, you know what? Like, we couldn't whip everybody's ass anyway. I think they're going to have that argument. Okay, I'm going to do this wrapped around life, you guys. I'm going to say this. I'm just letting you know. Mario, you're a beacon of true grassroots. Push for the little man.
Sodomize.
Bring him up. You push for the little man. All right, I'm about to go here. Mario, we're now on the bully pulpit. I like how you represented that he's a cheater. Have you and I ever cheated on women?
Of course. But this is cheating on sports. Hey, if I was wife, I'd check that prenup. But see, if the question is, but I would never do this.
Right.
See, it's not a matter of weighing one person's flaws versus another.
Right.
To me, ultimately, in something like this, it has to do with whether or not you have some degree of integrity toward the game. Most of us have areas of integrity. We may not, in other words, we might lie to women, but there's some lies we won't use.
That's right.
Like, I wasn't ready to tell somebody I want to love you and propose marriage to get laid.
Right.
That was, to me, disgusting.
Right. Yeah, and you know, right now I understand it.
So I might say, I like your hair.
But you hit the nail on the head. It's the degree. For somebody else, they may say, well, that degree that you and Victor and others participate as men is really important to this group of women, but not as much to them. And I think they're saying the same thing about Tom.
Well, intent makes...
Right.
Doesn't intent... See, my thing is that you did all this sneaky heat. That makes you more guilty. See, if you just pass by, oh, man, stick the thing in the ball. No, you got a whole elaborate shit that you hand down,
Right.
and dude takes care of you, and then you give him sneakers,
Right.
and autograph, blah blah blah.
That's true.
So I'm saying now, you see, now it's a whole different. It's a whole. You got a whole organization around cheating,
Right.
So
Now-
that's different now.
Right.
That's why I stepped. See, Vic, that's why I had to keep elevating. I didn't want to. I was going like, but you're giving me every reason to elevate it.
Do you think?
Elevate it.
Do you think he would have been a better man if he turned over his cell phone? Is that true? Is that
No,
his
because
privacy?
his cell phone has all this dirty shit about his woman.
So he did the right thing not to give it.
Because
to
there's
him.
other dirty shit
I know.
on his
That's
cell
what I
phone.
said. I know. I understand it. That's what I
The
said.
cell phone has his porno stuff on it.
Okay.
Man, it has all like whether he likes gerbils up his butt
Oh,
or whether he
man.
likes to dress up like in a little dress
Well-
or have his wife slap him with something. See, his email has all the other secrets, so he
Right.
couldn't turn that over.
Right. You know, this is going to remind me of something. When we get over into the next subject here, it's going to kind of resignate a kind of position that that I think people will say, you know what, you want to check me, and I believe there's this group that's kind of like, you know what, I'm
I
not
say check 'em.
right.
Body cavity searches.
So if it's Bill Belichick, would he be the kind of man that says you can check anything you want on me?
Well, you know, he got a sphincter tone in 2000. That's the tightest ass in the world.
Wait a minute, no,
They be
man.
trying to pry that shit open to get.
No.
We can't get in the cavity.
No.
Could you relax the asshole, sir?
All right, see, man, stop.
We can't. Give me that crowbar.
Now, but let me go here. Let me go there. This is now. Do you believe? And I'm saying this because I know everybody says a coach in basketball, no matter what, is ultimately responsible for the conduct of his players, even if he or she is unaware. Why is basketball different than football?
Even though no.
Why is that sport different? Because they make the
I'm
coach
not saying.
accountable.
Okay, I'm saying he's accountable for other reasons, though.
But he's been let off the
I think
hook.
he has a culture because I think you brought a culture that allowed for all these things.
Right.
And that's why you can penalize the organization at some point.
So Bill gets
Kraft, you could penalize him too because you can still say you have a contributing culture,
Right.
which goes from the other stuff they did. They have a history now.
Right.
So that means they have a culture
which everybody knows.
of doing this. Well, now it's been documented.
Right.
Before it was alleged.
Right.
Now it's documented.
Yeah.
So no, now you have to be harder, and it does taint you in my eyes. I see you as a cheater.
They were, and just so you,
You would do other stuff
they-
if you were given opportunity.
Well-
You tried to spy on. It's not enough to be. Why do you have to spy on their radio stuff?
because everybody else was spying.
So-
You know they were.
See, to me, I've never been one of them people that,
You know
okay,
they were.
everybody over here is cheating this way. Let's go cheat that way, Mario. I say, you know what? I'd just rather just play.
Right, but let's just say this. Everybody, I got a scenario. Watch this, because I thought about this, and you'll probably pick up on it right away. Let's just say they don't have anything at all, no data. The ball boys or whomever the managers, whomever handles the balls, there's no one to tie it to, but they discovered that the balls, which comes under the New England organization, is still deflated. Is there a general penalty for the organization if it's not attached to an individual's action? But the balls just were measured and they have no tracking of information. Do you still penalize the organization?
See, this is not a court of law. Okay, this is an employee, employer, whatever, group agreement kind of thing. So, to me, that's the problem and the whole point.
Right.
You can make it whatever you want.
Right.
You're not going by a rule of law.
Right.
You're going by whatever you think. It's a game.
Because they do this in NASCAR. After the race is over, I know it's a different sport, all the cars, no matter what, they don't worry about too much. They do the requirements prior to the race. But after the race, even if you won, they do a systems check to check that everything that you didn't, before you did the pass through, before you actually got on the track, they check. But they make sure you haven't done anything during that period of time and qualify that. Whereas here, the balls, I kept thinking about, well, I wonder if they check the balls for every game and they said we just can't determine what happened, but they're all underflated. Then who's the responsibility?
Like I said, it's a preponderance of the evidence.
Yeah.
To me, it's intent.
Yeah.
And that the Patriots organization, management, and coach, they don't cooperate.
Right.
See, I would go to Bill. This is where I go and sit Bill, and I say, now we're going to have a conversation. If the conversation goes like other conversations where you don't say much,
right.
I'm going to give you the most severe penalties you could ever imagine.
Right. Well,
okay, now, so we're going to have this conversation, Bill, and you're going to tell me what you did.
Right.
And if you now can't say it, if you can't fess up to it in any kind of way,
right.
then I'm going really big time hardball.
Well, that's what Tom incurred because they said he did not cooperate.
Well, I know, but I would go so far. I would say that to all of them.
Right. He didn't cooperate.
I think you have to punish them. To me.
Right.
But again, here's the thing. That's assuming you're working with a moral organization, and you're not. Right. It's all for show.
Right.
Because they're corrupt themselves. So all they care about is the public impression of legitimacy. Right. And since I'm never going to give you that anyway, this is just another example of your illegitimacy.
They said the way Tom handled this was bad. That we're forgiving.
Lied in public,
right,
and when people lie, you get to go back and play it back.
I'm saying,
you say, ooh,
because you know what he's going to do. They're going to appeal.
I would say if I was his woman, and remember that weekend he said he was camping? Mm-hmm. I remember the way he said that. Uh-huh. And I'd look at his press conference and I'd say, my hubby's a lying mofo. So you better be watching whatever he tells you. He's going to give you that, hey, it was me and Rick and Vic. We went camping. And I don't know about those pictures that was in Greece.
Yeah, I know, man.
It wasn't us. I bet he lies in every. Guys like him, they lie in multiple areas.
Well, you know what?
So come on, you're just a liar in general.
Well, wait, now watch this. We're about to go to the next subject because this is interesting to me because he is a liar as it relates to the general public because of the lack of cooperation. And even if he fell on the sword and said, hey, look, I did this. I didn't know it was going to be that severe. It would have been a slight penalty. He probably would have got fined. And that he would no games suspended. I mean, he could have got a heftier fine and avoided this. Now he got the maximum.
Since there was proof, I would act like that. I would have confessed to it, but played dumb like it was something not a big deal.
Right.
And that I learned my lesson. And because then you could get the historical thing that people probably have been doing it forever.
Right.
But you have to then come like, oh, I'm so sorry if I did
bad PR.
But the whole denial, see, that's
I know the denial is going to be the part where they say because it wasn't proved beyond a shadow of a doubt, he gets to turn around and hold on it to him personally, but it's going to taint his career as it relates to a Hall of Famer. He is going to be a Hall of Famer.
It's not a court of law.
No, it's not.
They don't have any legal thing. This is your employee, whatever. And it's not even, I don't know if it's employer, whatever the implied relationship is the league and you.
I agree. All right, the next one up, this is where I sit there and say, now here's a condition where we say 2015 most hated NBA players. And they were talking about the new villain of the league as it relates to the playoffs as an enforcer, as a person that they're now saying, hey, we're adopting this individual as this person. So it made me go up there and say, well, let me go see, because there's a difference between an enforcer and a villain. Totally two different titles. So I said, let me go to the most hated. And I'm so shocked. So we're going to go down this list. This is part one. And your job, Mario, and my job is to we're going to do this, what we call 10-second looks. We're going to look at the picture and we say, he stays, or he goes. He doesn't deserve to be on the list. That's all this segment is going to be about. You get about 10 seconds to make your determination. And we'll see if we both think the same way.
Okay.
First one up. Who does not belong on the list? The most hated NBA players this year. First one, Jeremy Lin.
He doesn't belong.
He doesn't belong. He doesn't belong. I agree. It's that simple. Next. Let's go to the next. I want to see how this works. Dwight Howard. Hate it now.
I don't hate him, but I understand what other people hate him.
See, you're doing what I'm doing.
I like Dwight.
See, he's a nice guy.
I know what other people are not liking.
See, you're doing
maybe, who says that maybe he rightly doesn't think that basketball is the most important thing in the world.
They hate.
It isn't the most important thing in the world.
Should you? The killer is to hate somebody because they haven't achieved their optimum level of being a Superman in his position.
They're all talking now, especially the other night, about DeAndre Jordan.
Right. See, so, okay.
They just outplaying him.
I'm going to say.
And what makes it bad is that he looks better lately.
Right.
He looks more agile.
Right.
He looks healthier.
Right.
More muscly, and he's still losing.
Right. See, and
he's virtually disappeared during the playoffs.
As a player, does he deserve the hate for the lack of commitment?
No.
See, I told you it's gonna be hard, dude.
No, I say no. He doesn't deserve the hate because I don't have an issue with it.
I agree.
It's a game.
I don't think he deserves it.
If you want me to fake like I'm growling,
no, man. No.
I'll kill you.
No, man. No, man.
Basketball. Wee.
No.
See, I go like, when I play football, dude, I remember.
You don't do it.
I just couldn't get into it all like that.
I got you. See, it's going to get harder. Now, I'm hanging on the fence on this one. I say he doesn't deserve it, but somebody's got to come off the list.
Doesn't.
Next, D. Wade.
Oh, come on.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you something.
Why they hating on him?
Let me say this. As you go down this list, I was shocked. I went to multiple lists to say this is the public and how they feel. Their criteria for why they hate is totally different than what you think. D. Wade is on that, and I'm blown away.
Now, Miami Heat is
and I'm saying this right offhand. Right now, because I have the advantage of knowing. You got to pick one that gets off the list. So, D. Wade, give me your argument as shit.
I don't see him. He's coming back from injury. He played well.
Right.
Kept
okay.
the team kind of happy.
Okay. Let's go to the next one because we're gonna throw somebody off the list. Carmelo Anthony. Oh. Be nice. Does he deserve the hate?
No, but he's gonna get it.
Why?
Why doesn't Isaiah Thomas deserve the hate?
He got the hate. Oh, they getting on him about.
And in a minute, they got to get on Phil.
They're already jumping. Well, there are some people jumping.
I bet you J.R. Smith.
Well, they're jumping.
The happiest person right now is Shumpert and J.R. Smith.
Of course.
Those are two of the happiest people in the world.
Of course.
They're so happy they're like,
okay. Right. Let's go. See, this is wrong. You know why it's wrong? It's because if you relocate to another place, you may give up that hate. As Jeremy Lin went from New York and Linsanity, he came to Lakers. Then Linsanity is gone.
I met Carmelo. Vic and I both have met Carmelo Anthony. And he's a totally cool brother. He's so cool.
I know.
And meeting him and talking with him at this photo shoot made me a fan.
Right.
I'm not criticizing, bro.
But see, this is why I say
I'm a fan.
When you look at this
I'm
list,
wishing him and his wife the best.
I'm blown away. I keep saying I'm blown away.
I know. This New Yorkers, first of all, this is a place where being an asshole is an art form. That's New York. They hate everything.
All right,
let's take pride in it.
Let's go to the next. Derrick Rose. Come on now. You see, my whole thing is I can't believe that the hate is
I've been rooting for him. That's the one reason I like LeBron. I would consider myself a LeBron James fan.
Right.
And I would consider myself a Cleveland fan at this point.
Right.
And I'm usually not a Chicago fan, even though I like Chicago. It's just that I'm just, they're there. I never have related there over there. Cleveland is only Cleveland because LeBron is there.
Right.
But Derrick Rose, even though I like Joe Kim, his story has me rooting for him so bad. I must admit, I am probably more emotionally connected to him at this moment than any other player in the NBA for some reason.
Right.
I get nervous. I don't want to, and I was so happy for him.
Right.
To have these moments, so I don't know. I know what they're saying because he's been hurt, but the brother has a lot of heart.
Right. See what I'm doing right now.
Asshole public.
Right. Wait. I didn't say that.
Like
wait. Don't say that.
I got something for you,
we are social media.
Public.
We cannot hate on them. They have the right. We can't. Because
they have the right. They didn't have the right. They have the right to take some shit off of me.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. This is hard. We're going to go back to the top of the list. Quickly, Mario, you have to say this person. You only get one.
There's one more.
No. That's it. That's the next one. Okay. One more. I mean,
So
you get
one has to come off.
One has to come off, man.
And
So
the other one stay.
Yeah.
So I know why they hate Derek because he's been hurt.
Right.
I know why they hate Camaro because they spent a lot of money for him and he hasn't delivered.
Right.
I don't know why they don't
because
hate
the big three, that whole move, the big three.
Oh, so since that.
Yeah. Dwight Howard, underachiever. Jeremy Lin get probably a pass. He's getting all the marketing.
I think Jeremy Lin comes off. It's between him and D Wade.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a hard one. I have to admit.
Because Jeremy Lin, you know, the question is whether you feel like he's performed well enough. But I don't think people are sour necessarily. He can still trade and get some deals. So.
See, the part is here. I'm not trying to say that none of these individuals, because the criteria for their hate. People hate people who are successful. A lot of these.
Yeah, that's why I said D Wade was just part of the general Miami hate.
They all have what they call. This success around them. So I understand the general public when they hate on something like that. So it's not that these are all bad individuals. I said you guys just hate when somebody's getting something, or you want them to excel so high, and if they don't reach it, or you get to D Wade and says, oh, he wouldn't have got that other championship if he didn't have LeBron and Bosh. All that comes into play. But if I had to take one person, I said, look, I actually sat there and I was looking at it and I was going, Jeremy Lin is just trying to stay in the league.
Yeah,
and he's trying to get in the league. He doesn't have a bad bone in his body. He is not a superstar. He
doesn't make anything malicious.
He's not a superstar.
He has that whole Asian-focused self thing that I respect.
Right. So if he's not a superstar, he's not on the level of the other players. So the other players, the other players are going to always be connected to what they call superstardom. The whole idea is that they can constantly rebound. Jeremy Lin, is there a guarantee that he will be with the Lakers beyond next year?
No.
That's what I'm saying. And not because he's overachieving. He
might have to get some franchises.
That's what I'm saying. So
it won't be hair.
Well, you know what?
Is that Shelly Shell?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not saying her name at all because I have no idea what her name is anymore. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
That's like, who the hell knows what Shelly Shell? Right. Like they're going, ooh, I know. Rush to judgment.
So the person you took off D Wade, right?
No, I took off Jeremy Lin.
I agree with you.
But I said it was between him and
you only get one.
But remember, I said D Wade. I just said it different. I said that's just the general Miami hate.
Right. I got it.
Because D Wade is one of the least hateable Miami people.
I say Jeremy Lin because he's not a superstar.
I thought those Red Bones been sneaking in here stealing
You know what?
Shit.
I'm leaving that alone. You
know, they eat cheese and leave it.
I want to do a recognition. Let's move on up because we just want to sit back and say, hey, congratulations to two beautiful, tall people who got married recently. Glory Johnson married, of course, Brittany Griner. And so I just want to say
this is a beautiful picture.
Hey, babe, look,
you got
man.
A sex tape? Just saying.
See, wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Look.
I would watch it.
Thank you.
Few times.
So wait a minute.
They look good. They're a beautiful lesbian couple.
They are.
But wait a minute. One of the more beautiful lesbian couples. And then they look all happy. I like the other picture
and
too.
And they're both tall.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful couple.
I'm touched.
Okay, you know.
See, doesn't this picture look like love, y'all?
Wait a minute.
See, I'm touched.
The part, you know what I like?
Can I get the sex tape?
Wait a minute. Let me tell you what I like. First of all, Brittany's hair looks gorgeous, man. I mean, it is gorgeous, man.
They both look good.
I wish I had. Well, I do have hair, just not in the right places.
Look good. Your teeth look good.
Okay,
your teeth look good.
Okay, the suit that Brittany's wearing, I wish I could have got a better picture, because you could tell she says, "This is I'm wearing the suit."
Who's the dude? That's what I want to know in the sex tape, but we'll find out in the tape.
You know what? That's enough. That's enough. I'm not turning this into sex. I am done with New Sports. I already know it's overextended. We got to go to the hot takes.
Give it up for Brittany.
This is great. Congratulations, Brittany. Yay. Glory Johnson. All day.
Beautiful couple.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful couple.
All day, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, one segment to go, man.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's right, New Sports. Victor Allen's own unique fan-based view of sports. A recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show. You can catch it here live all the time. Written and directed Bald-headed black man, rub his hand, make a wish.
That's wrong.
That's right.
Just
You
so
can
wrong.
get it all and have something later.
That's
Tune in.
That's just terrible.
Sports, jockstrap, coat, foot fungus. Oh, icy hot.
Right. All on my segment. Right.
I'm trying to say some sporty stuff.
Right. Icy hot.
I want to say icy hot. What's that stuff? That atomic bomb.